it's a game of inches as well.
Yeah, and is that sort of your main focus coming into this final quarter, is just mainly just sticking to your game plan and sort of not letting Heathmont sort of come back and run over the top of you guys?
Yeah, spot on. You know, I said to the boys, no matter what the situation, we're going to have the courage to play the game plan, keep that discipline up, keep that gut running, keep that work rate up, and win that contested ball. That's where it all starts. If you can get the one-on-one contest and get that contested ball, get it out of the middle, the centre clearances, that sort of stuff, it gives us a chance. So if we can continue with the KPIs that I've been looking at, you know, we're going to be right in the game.
No worries. Thanks, Rick.
All you get is honesty from Rico, and even when he's talking 25 seconds into the final term, I love it. He never cuts anything short. He just makes sure that he says what he needs to say. As we started the final term, bit of a lull in play as Templstowe try and go forward once again. Kick to an empty forward 50, and Anthony Mariani just found a bit of space all by himself in front of Jake Sheriff, and he can open up this lead within seconds of the start of this final term. This one would be a bit of a backbreaker for the Jets.
Yeah, the proverbial paddock open to him there, Anthony Mariani. Now he's going to shoot for goal.
It's the old saying, Brash, you play in front as the forward, because the kick wasn't the greatest of kick. It just happened to lob into where he was. But, gee, this will really hurt Heathmont if he scores this goal.
So Anthony Mariani to make it a 23-point lead in favour of the Purple Haze. Within just a minute gone of this final term, and he's just sprayed it across to the right-hand side, just 3 for 1 behind. The Templstowe faithful behind the goals were loving it. Goal umpire not so much, and it's 3 for 1 behind. So a straight 4-goal lead now, a straight 3-goal lead, I should say, now to Templstowe. 7-9-51 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Heathmont 4-9-33. Kick out of fence was good, finds Ferns. Still deep, short chip kick over the top. There to Pettigrew, who looks for an option upfield. Decides he's going to go right to the boundary. Naina and Savoury were the two talls, couldn't find it. Rourke tried to come in, but Preston Giacomo was too good. Wilson got his handball away just in time. Brown over the top to Matt Mariani, who barrels it inside forward 50, ill-directed, and it goes over the boundary line and out of bounds.
I tell you what, he's won some very crucial one-on-one contests this afternoon, Preston Giacomo, Ray.
He's been very good at just his strength, Brash. That's what gets him into good games in finals. 2
goals early to the Forest Hill Zebras. They lead 75-61, a 14-point lead against the undefeated Ferntree Gully, who may be heading into a preliminary final next weekend. We'll keep you posted on that one. Ball back in the middle of East Burwood Reserve. Heathmont clear out. Cornwell gets his handball over to Rourke. Just eventually gets the handball out. Colombo gets his kick away as he's tackled. Clark picks it up, overruns the footy. Now he's got to try and get it in over Brown. And 60 metres out, it's held up once again.
They didn't look confident coming into the forward line there, did they? No, even though they had the run of the ball.
Just missed one link up, really.
So, punch forward, work there from Harris, tried to get it away. Now numbers here with Templstowe. Preston Giacomo has to do a bit of clean-up work. Back to Harris, and now they can go up towards centre wing. A bit of space to run into here. Good work to find a bit of space here, Harris Payadonis.
Inside it comes up to Anthony Mariani. He could put a nail in the coffin here, Mariani, but he pushes it right. Well, the Templstowe boys are ready to go up behind the goals with that one, but
Gee, if he had to put those 2 chances away, I reckon it was shut the gate.
But you can't leave a player like Mariani free at centre-half forward. Somebody's got to match him up.
1 goal, 4 for the day now.
Well, no one's picking him up now.
19 points is the margin. Could be a valuable point. The mark's been taken by Young.
Are we thinking that way already?
Well, you just never know as it comes out to Sheriff, takes the mark and then sold a little bit of candy on the kid and took off as well. Kicked down towards the O'Driscoll direction. This is better play here from Heathmont. Just a little bit indecisive. Got to go for that first option. Kick goes inside forward. 50 strong mark, Savoury. Well, there was not much sun in his eyes, but whatever there was, it was in there, and he still managed to pull the mark down, and he'll go back. This is the most important kick of the day thus far.
Mark of the day candidate there, gentlemen, because he had to fight 3 off there with the sun in his eyes. Really strong mark. Needs to put this goal through, BWS.
A1 Airport Parking Mark of the day contender.
Savoury's got to come in. He's got to kick this goal. He's pushed it left. Well, the crowd told the story because no one made a murmur.
No, mozzed him again.
Yeah, well, you got to stop doing that, Brash, as it's an 18-point margin out here. Templstowe have the lead. So the chances haven't been fruitful, and they're going begging for the Heathmont Football Club.
Even that kick that went to him and where he marked it, they didn't go in with confidence again. They were very hesitant, weren't they? You know, they've got to lift their game if they want to get over.
Smart work from the Heathmont supporters just to sort of push it to the fence, so giving that extra bit of time for the Heathmont.
I don't know how that ball went over into the next ground either. It's like someone picked it up and kicked it into the next ground. But nonetheless, here is Fiorenza. Kicks it up towards the wing position. Reading the play well was Maletsas. He did well this way, that way. Little handball over the top. Might go for the old one too. Doesn't matter because Athanasiou kicks it to the top of the goal square where Bay takes the mark. This way, that way. Oh, don't worry. I'll just put it through however I like. Fantastic goal there by the skipper. Matty Bain has 2, and Templstowe just might have the victory out here at Eastfield Reserve.
That's the story of the day, isn't it? Coast to coast, Templstowe there. They had players running, you know, in numerous of them there.
You know, and feel.
you know what I meant to say.
That's a raism.
That wasn't even a word.
Numerson. Right.
That's one of the comments of the year there. It was certainly special, extra special, some might say, as the margin is back to 24 points. Heathmont have a go at it. They kick a point. Templstowe go down and make them pay. Chiropractic betting goal of the day contended to Matty Bain. There's no doubt about that. Took the mark, probably could have gone back. Went to be tricky, then managed to still squeeze it through. So exciting play for the Templstowe side as they're pinged for holding the ball in the middle of the ground. And no, a high tackle, perhaps?
No, there was it looked like a sling.
For Donis. He's going to get the free kick. There's no doubt about that.
So the free kick going the way of Templstowe once Fadonis can get up from ground level. Now kicks long to the Talevski direction. Can't quite find him. Good work there from Murphy. He was held up straight away though. Plenty of players calling for ball here, but the umpire lets it run. Now eventually there's going to be a ball up. About 35 metres out from home for Templstowe.
Dodged a bullet there, Lee Murphy. I thought he was definitely caught with the ball then.
And Nona tries to get up, couldn't quite win the tap down. And now Heathmont a chance to clear away through Colombo, who just kicks out wide. Kick wasn't all that flash, ill-directed, almost straight into the hands here of Alistair Quinn. We've got a lot of work to do, still leading in the foot race. He was bustled out of it there by Knudsen. And it's held up once again about 60 metres round for the Templstowe goal.
It was almost a kick in hope there, Ray, more than anything.
Yeah, it went to nobody, didn't it?
It's all he could do. Leave him alone.
Be giving a barrage all day.
I think it was fair. Let's cross down boundary side. Thanks to Chiropractic Betting. Here's Lockie Munro.
Thanks, boys. Di Stefano came off about probably 3 or 4 minutes ago. Had a bit of an issue with his ankle. He's actually getting ice tape to it now, so I don't think he'll be coming back on for the rest of the game.
There's a couple of players down at ground level. Is that English in the hands of the trainers?
Boundary? Yeah, it is Brent English.
So Brent English down. Both trainers for Heathmont just trying to help him up, a bit ginger. Not sure what happened at the bottom of the contest. Looks like it looks to be hobbling. So
the right knee doesn't look too good there.
That's not good at all for Heathmont, not only for the end of this game, but hopefully not too serious that it cancels him out of the rest of finals. We'll get
no weight being putting on that right leg.
Keep an eye on that one. Maybe give him a wide berth because I don't think it'll be too much positive news for the Jets. So, good to see a couple of Templstowe fans just clapping him off. Ball back in the middle. Ball to restart. We're almost going to have another boundary throw in, which we will, right in front of the Templstowe coach's box.
I think one of the things that's probably set Templstowe just a little bit apart is their tackling this afternoon, especially in their forward 50, Ray.
Yeah, Heathmont were good in the second quarter, but it's dropped off again now.
Forest Hill out to a 21-point lead, early stages, final term. Young tries to get away, evades a couple of tacklers and now goes forward. Looking for Colombo. Good work off the back of the pack here, Athanasiou. Just bustled through a couple and now it comes back into the arms of Young, who's quickly set upon by Brown. And going nowhere this time, it's stopped right in front of the Heathmont coach's box. 9 minutes gone, final term, a 4-goal lead in favour of Templstowe in the qualifying final in Division 3.
Well, there's only 20 minutes of play left. Heathmont, they need to get a bit of a run on here. They need a little bit of luck. Can it get a spark here from Colombo? Kicked it straight over the top of Clark's head towards the Jackson direction. Nice knock on by Savoury. Back to Clark. Jackson laid a magnificent tackle across centre half forward, and we'll have a bounce 50 metres out from the Heathmont goal line.
He's done some great work in that half-back line this afternoon, Jackson.
Really just reads the play so well, Brash. I'm really impressed with his game today as it comes out. Prestige Como dives on the football. Alistair Knudsen also there.
Actually, I reckon Heathmont are a runner in that midfield short. I reckon they're missing that young run of Ben Stevens this afternoon.
Throws the ball up now. Comes down. Still across centre half forward there for Heathmont, and we'll have another stoppage.
Forest Hill kicking goals for fun out to a 27-point lead now.
Game over out there at Walker Park.
Yeah, and the nerves might be set. The nerves might be there down at the gully now.
Lana Coleman not giving them a chance.
She said they wouldn't even make the grand final.
True supporter she is as it comes out now. Here's Melitsis on the right foot, on the right boot up towards the half forward line, bouncing football away, and over she goes.
Well, she's perfectly deflected Forest Hill for most of the season. So she's had us fooled.
I genuinely think that a lot of people probably wrote Forest Hill off before this game today.
No, that's right, because of the injuries that they had.
I was going on Alana's comments. She watches them every week. As it comes down now, nicely done there by Ferrier. Got the handball out wide. It comes out now to Pettigrew, trying to link up with a teammate. A lot of players following this football. The class prevails here. Matt Mariani got the handball away. Now they'll go up to centre half forward, Templstowe, but nobody is home. Mark is taken by Davis, who can create a little bit of a switch here, and they might get a little bit of a run here, the Jets. Up towards the half forward line, leading out strongly is Alistair Knudsen. Well, he just slapped the football instead of marking it, and saw it go over the boundary line right in front of their faithful.
He's had a dirty day today. He's fumbled the ball, he's missed shots for goal. It just hasn't been his day today.
Live ladder at three-quarter time has Noble Park 52 points, a percentage of 148.1. Roval 52 points, a percentage of 147.7.
Oh, jeez.
So potentially a couple of goals.
But what are those positions? Those numbers mean nothing. Whereabouts are they on the ladder?
That's for third position in Division 1, so they're playing off for the double chance between those two sides.
So it comes out now, Anthony Mariani.
Beautiful kick for touch there.
Contested possessions this final quarter, 18-9 in favour of Templstowe, so Rick Irwin will be happy with that stat. Thanks to Tuesday.
It is delicious. Boundary throw in, true centre wing position.
What, water?
Grandstand side.
It's delicious, is it?
Absolutely it is. Melbourne is the best, mate. It's the first thing I get off the plane when I come in from Sydney every week is a glass of Melbourne water. Yarra Valley's finest. As the ball hits the deck, Templstowe trying to release the pill. Colombo was in there for the Jets. Trickles over the boundary line and out of bounds.
I thought you were an Evian man, BWS.
Well, it's usually bourbon or beer, but I need a little bit of hydration after a long flight.
There's a lot of water in those drinks, though.
Yeah, ice water.
Umpire throws it back in now. Naina got the knockdown. The fall of the ball. It's picked up, well, by no one. Going after Naina again. And, we'll have a bounce. Still time for Heathmont if they're good enough. 4 goals is the margin. 13 minutes gone in this final term. Warren Hillier restarts the play. Quinn got the knockdown. It came down that time to Riddle on the right boot. Sends it inside looking for Tuleski. It was a 2-on-1 situation. Charging through there was Murphy. Little kick off the ground. Comes out towards the Davis direction. Couldn't keep the ball alive. Jackson asking for a free. Umpire Geordie Buckingham not wanting a bar of that one. Over she goes for a boundary throw in.
We think one of the things that have come to play is Templestowe's finals experience has really come to the fore this afternoon.
Well, Roval giving Baldwin a little bit of a football lesson this afternoon.
Just doing a bit of maths, I think. With Baldwin kicking a couple of goals early in the final term, it's going to take another 3 or 4 goals for Roval to pinch third spot now. So percentages dropped a little bit with Baldwin kicking back in that game. 21-point lead, 17 minutes gone out at Walker Park still to Forest Hill. So you think that they're the first team into the Division 4 grand final in a fortnight's time?
In a nervous week for the Gully.
Well, they'll play the winner of our radio game tomorrow between the Glemoverley Hawks and Donvale.
Ball comes out wide. Knudsen on hands and knees. Right over the top of him was Riddle. And we'll have a bounce just inside the boundary line. Valuable seconds ticking away in this final quarter.
Wouldn't be hating this if you were a Templstowe fan.
No.
Ball's thrown up once again. Matty Bain tried to break a tackle. Dave Sindri was holding on.
Gonski.
In the end, it's going to go back.
He dropped
the way
it.
of Sindri for the incorrect disposal. Sindri short jib kick found its target in Sheriff, but only just. He's immediately set upon by Matthew Bain. Good to see the pressure still up from Templstowe. Talevski absolutely dived on it. And lucky not to be pinged.
Well, Heathmont are going to have to roll the dice. If they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to take a few chances and come through the middle.
Certainly are. There's running out of time quickly. Although there's still only 15 minutes gone in this final term. So, as the old saying goes, time enough if they're good enough, but it's not looking likely at the moment for the Jets. At this stage, we'll see Upper Ferntree Gully take on Templstowe next week. And in the other semi-final, it'll be Heathmont taking on the winner of Ringwood and Baronia. Of course, that game to be played at Central Reserve in Glen Waverley tomorrow afternoon.
So you've called it.
I'm just saying at this stage, with a 4-goal lead. There's a lot of water still to go under the bridge in this game, but the ball's been locked in the Templstowe forward half for the last 5 minutes.
Very hard to double your score in half a quarter of football.
Exactly right. So you give me a whack, and then you end up agreeing with me anyway.
It wasn't a whack.
I've missed you over the last couple of weeks, mate.
That's why they play rock, paper, scissors.
You were the only one.
What happens off air stays off air. Thanks, Prash. There'll be a free kick paid for in the back. It'll go the way of Jack Sheriff.
I hope you noticed that even though it was a draw, I still won.
A handball was given away, and it'll end up being a push in the back, which is fair. Absolutely no chance to get rid of it there by Pettigrew. Prestigiacomo jumped in his back. So now finally a chance for Heathmont to clear with a bit of clean disposal. Pettigrew's going to kick out wide. Short chip kick over the top was good. Found Lockie Sferns. Now he goes up centre wing on the outer side. Intended target here is Cornwell. He's got a lot of work to do. Gets it, just manages to keep it in play. The kick wasn't all that flash, though.
The kick was great.
Nothing wrong with the kick. Once again, they're just forced to the boundary line, BWS. They just can't find a quicker avenue to goal.
Sorry, I was talking about the kick from Cornwell, but in the end, Cornwell was already over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Good save.
Yeah. So a throw in 60 metres from home for Heathmont. You can take over, mate.
So Quinn was the tallest man in that situation, got the knockdown. Heathmont, kick up towards half-forward line. Didn't sit nicely there for Clark. Picked up there by Harris. Handball backwards. That was okay. Looking for Lodge on the right boot. A little toe poker was absolute. It wasn't pretty, but it was impressive as Quinn takes the mark. He's going to pop it over the top now, and that's okay because Lodge did well to get the old 1-2 mark.
Gully have got it back to 15 points.
Oh,
21 minutes gone, final term.
Gee, is that going to be a yellow card?
Oh, that is nasty. What's happened out on the far side of the ground here? A contest, a one-on-one contest. Heathmont player coming in from the side, and Ferrier copped his opponent extremely high.
Gee, he went down like a bag of spuds there, didn't he?
It was... yeah, it was nasty. Nasty in the sense that it was a hard hit.
Yeah.
No real malice intended.
No.
It was, he certainly had eyes for the football, but players in the right spot. Matt Mariani chiming in. Skipper Bain saying, just calm down, Matty.
Good luck to Matty Bain. He's had to control the Mariani boys all day. Eventually, the Templstowe players clear away from the contest.
It looks like Prestigiacomo might be the recipient. It was Malitz's, the Pontiff, down on his knees.
So
he's been brought back up now, so it's good to see him on his feet. He's definitely got a cut to the eye. You can see he's got a rag held closely to probably his eyebrow or something like that, so he has copped it. So we've got a blood rule happening out here at the moment. Probably a good chance to go around the grounds and check out some of the scores around the eastern suburbs in Divisions 1 and 2 in their final round of the season.
Yeah, Blackburn by 50 points over North Ringwood, a 25-point lead to Knox over East Ringwood, a comfortable lead of 30 points to Norwood over Montrose, a 61-point lead to Doncaster over South Croydon, and as we mentioned, we'll keep you you posted on exactly what's going on between the Vermont Noble Park game and the Roval Baldwin game. At three-quarter time, it was Roval 11.470 leading Baldwin 3.725, and in the other game at Vermont Recreation Reserve, the Eagles 5.939 trailing Noble Park 8.856. Apparently, Cole Martin has had an absolute bucketful of possessions this afternoon. In Division 2, Bayswater 8.1765 lead Doncaster East 5.636, a 43-point lead to Croydon over Mooroolbark. So Croydon have come home like an absolute train in the last couple of weeks of the season. Wanturna South 2015-135 are going to defeat Mitcham 8-4-52. Mulgrave going to finish off the season with a win 13-10-88, leading East Burwood 4-4-28, and Waverley Blues, after their inconsistent season, will probably finish with a win this afternoon 7-14-56, leading Lilydale 4-5-29.
How many tips you got there, Ray?
All except one. The Waverley Blues one's mucked me up.
Oh, I tipped Waverley Blues, so you should have asked me about that one.
Okay. I'll swap you. How's that?
Too little, too late in the final round of the season. That's all I have to say, Ray, as it comes out to Jackson on the right boot, kicks it up towards the Wilson direction. On the right boot, using the grandstand side, is Templstowe with...
Update from Tarara Road, all square, 8-11 apiece, Vermont Noble Park.
Oh, look out.
So that helps Roval's situation, doesn't it?
So Noel McPhee's got Roval in third position at the moment.
At stats bench. Comes in Fiorenza on the right boot, just pokes it up towards the half-forward line. Knocked down, picked up there by Young, got the handball away. Telesky was in there, so too was Prestige Como. Hospital handball to Mariani, but the umpire said all was fair. Geordie Buckingham, and he'll restart this about 40 metres out from the Templstowe goals. You just know the next one will probably bring the house down as it comes out on the right boot. Benonis brings it back. He just misses it. Oh, very stiff as it hits the post. And through for a minor score. So Bendigo Bank scoreboard as we cross the 21-minute mark of this final term. It's a 25-point lead to Templstowe. I'm calling that one a handy point as it comes out now. Davis on the right boot just kicked it to absolutely no one in the end. But in there was Vanderweel to take the mark. It probably would have gone out of bounds on the full anyway. To Stefano, handball over the top. They're just having a bit of fun here. Vanderweel on the right boot. He's going to go backwards to go forwards. That was okay. Got it back to DeCarlo. His handball wasn't great, but Jackson was there to mop up the spills. That was good. Handball over the top. Quinn. Short passes on to Stefano. Takes the mark and is happy to take a breather while he's at it.
Well, the one thing that Templstowe have been able to do is create a lot of turnovers with their tackling pressure this afternoon.
Short passes on. Good one too. Vadonis takes the mark. I've been impressed with his game also, Brash.
Yeah,
scores level, 27 minutes gone at Walker Park.
Oh, no.
So Ferntree Gully have come from 27 points down to level the scores with minutes to go.
They did that at Kilsyth early in the year, the Gully. They've come home like that.
She's one of those days in the Eastern Football League.
But we love it, though. We love seeing close games.
Jack Sheriff down behind play. Took a fair old grab. Just landed awkwardly, so it's not working out well for either of these sides late in the game. A couple of injuries, although he just looks to have copped a heavy knock.
Was that a mark, was it?
I thought he'd taken the mark.
I missed it. I think Leroy was reading a text. Throws it up.
Ferrier tried. Got a little nod of the camera as well. So ball still locked in that Templstowe forward 50 as it has been most of the quarter.
Free kick, yeah.
Push out going the way of Heathmont. It'll be a free kick to Liam Fowley. One of the youngsters in this Heathmont lineup. Dangerous kick, and it's going to be turned over here. A chance now for Brown. Gets around one, sticks it on the right boot, sends it goalward. Looking for a target, and he's found one, Matty Bain. Stand-in skipper for season 2016.
Crowd favourite.
Put the icing on the cake.
Used the body really well there, Ray.
Yeah, no, look, he knew what he was doing. He just held his ground and just bodied the opposition player out of the contest.
Forest Hill have got up. And the first side into the grand final. Leo Matt stuffed me around because it ends up being a 15-point margin in favour of Forest Hill. So, Matty Bain to come in. We'll update you on that in just a moment. We'll watch this kick from Matthew Bain.
Nice,
Makes no mistake.
nice.
And a great goal from the skipper. And that will just about do it. He has kicked 3 for this afternoon, all of them coming in the second half. His side has 9. They're 9-11-65. Heathmont 4-10-34. A 31-point lead in favour of the Dockers at the moment.
Just on that Ferntree Gully Forest Hill result, I told you guys all season that Ferntree Gully would not go through undefeated, and I'm sticking to it.
And that's your claim to fame, is it?
That's my claim to fame.
Technically, they did go through the season
Yeah,
undefeated.
exactly.
So don't even try.
100%.
So final score from Walker Park in Mitcham. Forest Hill 14-5-89. The first side through to the Division 4 Grand Final have defeated Ferntree Gully 11-7-73.
Comes out now, Riddle, up towards the half-forward line. Harris tried to get a knock on it in there. Is Sindri. Harris goes in after it, as well as Mariani. And he'll hand the ball back to the umpire, Sam Ferguson, to start this just across centre half forward. Big fly by Harris over the back. Here's Lee Murphy. Will it sit up for him nicely? Goes after it again. Laid the tackle on Davis. Templstowe another go at the goals here. Swinging around, but pushed to the left-hand side and through for a minor score. Templstowe faithful, just throwing the ball as far away as possible. So Heathmont don't get a go at it. Entertaining stuff out here at East Belt as the kick goes out. Wilson was there. A good, yeah, Fowley. Is it your call?
I'll take over. Fowley kicks straight into the man on the mark. Fiorenza has a lot of work to do to try and get it back. Now a chance. Handball over the top. Done not much all day, but Brad Riddle can come through and stick the cherry on top. Spent 15 minutes on the sideline for a late bump and has almost kicked the chiropractic betting goal of the day. And Templstowe will see second semi-final action next week up against Upper Ferntree Gully. 25.5 minutes gone, final term. 10-12-72, Templstowe, Heathmont 4-10-34. The Jets put the Q in the rack, or are Templstowe just walking away with this one?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think, you know, Heathmont realise now that the ball game's gone, and you do slacken off a little bit, but you know, both of them.
26 minutes gone, final term. Vermont clinging onto a 2-point lead.
No.
26 minutes gone. They were 20 points down at one stage in that game.
Calm down, Brash. Colombo goes up towards the half-forward line. Mark taken by Cornwell. So
I just know our timekeeper, Cole Smythe, will make sure it runs its appropriate time.
Al says in the media team.
That's okay.
Where's your Vermont beanie?
I love how everyone just jumped on that straight away.
Yeah, I know.
That's all right.
Old habits never die, Brash, as it comes down now. Nicely done by Riddle. Kicked the last goal of this game. Kicks it into the middle of the ground. Looked like Murphy was being held off the play. Umpire saw it.
Actually, he's been a really important player, Lee Murphy, today. His experience has really helped Templstowe this afternoon, BWS.
Comes out now. Here's Vadonis. Really like the look of his game today as he gets pinged. No, he got to cop the free kick for... getting rid of it, copping a bit of cramp while he's at it.
Templstowe,
Athanasiou, sorry, I should have.
Templstowe have played the game, the better moments of the game better than what Heathmont has. You know, they've been able to, when they've switched the ball, they've switched with a little bit more purpose.
Brash, I think it boils down to the fact that they've been here more recently. That's what it is.
It's the experience of that finals campaign.
Wanturna South have kicked 27 goals, 18 this afternoon.
45 scoring shots.
27-18 to 14-5.
Taken them 18 rounds to get some accuracy down there at Wanturna South.
They've still kicked 18 points, though.
Well, yeah, but they're still... You don't mind kicking 18 points
when you're kicking 27 goals.
I suppose when the season's on the line, when your side needs a big quarter of football, they got it today, Wanty South, to secure that final spot. Very reminiscent of the Borwin game last week.
St Kilda have beaten Richmond by 9 points.
Pity they didn't do it last week against the Swannies.
Live Ladder has Roval in third position on 52 points. Noble Park in fourth on 48 points.
Stefano.
Hang on, I've just got the final score from Vermont Noble Park when we get a break in play.
Quinn takes the mark, centre wing.
Vermont have held on 8-13-61 to defeat Noble Park 8-11-59. Get your scarf off, Brash.
Here's Vadonis on the right boot, inside forward 50, looking for Talevski. Couldn't quite take the mark. Little toe poke off the ground. Picked up there by Wilson, got dispossessed by Colombo. That was good play. Picked up there by Francis, got the handball out wide. Sindri goes backwards now. Here's Davis on the right boot. Wants to switch the play, and the Jets have got out of this one nicely. They're going to use the far side of East Beld Reserve, just over the top there of Brown. That worked out okay. Picked up by O'Driscoll. Come out to get a kick as he kicks it towards the Rourke direction. The two long sleeves work well together. Oh. Little sloppy kick. It was terrible in the end, wasn't it? Athanasio on the right boot. Waste no time. He's going long. And a big fly over the back there by Fiorenza. Couldn't quite pull the mark down, but there's been a free kick paid to Templstowe. Not too sure what that one was for. They had the numbers in that pack. Ferrier looks like he's given away a free kick to maybe Prestigiacomo, or if Adonis is going to be the recipient, who's already kicked one goal this afternoon.
Yes,
We've talked about how impressed we've been with his game, and he'll kick from just inside the 50. 45 metres out. And that is an absolute shocker. He kicks it to the pocket where Lee Murphy takes the mark.
Good pass.
It's as hard an angle as you could expect here, Lee Murphy, but these are the ones you practice at training. These are the ones that you do your whole life. Goes for the banana and misses it.
Just on those first division results, does that mean that Roval will play Baldwin again next week?
I'm just going through the live ladder at the moment, and as it stands...
Don't worry about Roval, mate. We've got another game here.
The final... final ladder will stand as Vermont Minor Premiers, 2 games ahead of Baldwin, 13-4 and a draw. Roval will finish in 3rd position, 20% behind Noble Park to play Doncaster.
Matt Mariani, he might put the icing on the cake, Matty. No, he can't. Pushed it to the right-hand side. It was worthy of the cutoff.
Except for the fact that he missed it.
Well, it's just been an afternoon of cut-offs, isn't it?
Do you want me to read out this score, Ben?
Mayhem back in the box because BWS is back in the state.
Comes out now, Murphy. A hop, skip and a jump, a twist around, and the chiropractic betting goal of the day to Lee Murphy. That is sensational. I bet you're glad I cut you off that time, Dyson Baker.
Just ruined a perfectly good call to be a smart ass.
Fantastic bit of play there just to create the spoil, Templstowe, and then Lee Murphy to finish off the job on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, out to a massive lead now. It's been game over for quite some time. 46 points is the margin. 80 plays 34.
Lee Murphy's been one of your favourite players for a long, long time, BWS. Nothing's changed.
I've got to say, I reckon there's been more action in this commentating booth in the last 5 minutes than there has been on the ground.
It has been a dour affair for the last 15 minutes or so. The quarter's gone 32 minutes as it stands. Savoury goes forward. A chance to get back a bit of hope here for Heathmont as they go into next week's final series, final against Baronia or Ringwood. Point's been kicked.
Joel Culver's got a bit of work to do to get his side back up because they've been bruised and battered today, Ray.
The one that worries me is whether Brent English is going to come up. It didn't look good when he went off the ground. If they can't get him back on the track, that's a big loss.
So Brown has the ball at the 32-minute mark. Kicks long out wide.
There he is.
And it finds Brad Riddle, and that'll do it. So the first box is ticked for the Templstowe Football Club. They enter finals for the 3rd year running, and they tick the first box in the qualifying final. They will progress to next week's 2nd semi-final, and they will take on Upper Ferntree Gully, while Heathmont will have a nervous wait tomorrow to see who they play out of Baronia and Ringwood in next week's first semi-final. So Heathmont wasting their double chance.
That's why they get
in the first week of the season.
And that's why they get that double chance, Dyson.
Exactly right. They live to fight another day. Both these sides will take to the field next week, Saturday afternoon for Templstowe as they take on Upper Ferntree Gully. Sunday afternoon for Heathmont as they play the winner of Baronia or Ringwood. I think the final score doesn't really dictate how close a game this was. It was a really tight affair for probably 3 quarters before Templstowe really started to pull away, and that last 15 minutes or so was all one-way traffic. I think there was a bit of Heathmont maybe putting a bit of the cue in the rack.
I just thought